Hey, good morning, Mr. Reardon here, getting ready for second semester personal finance. And this is for all of you who have elected to take this class as a remote learning class. All right. And just want to introduce myself and let you know how passionate I truly am about this course and its material. And you should never have to ask me, are we ever going to use this stuff? Yes, you will. In life, a lot. So that's why I take it very seriously. All right. So just some things to know. I've got a document here you can kind of review and go through this, but kind of hear it from me. And again, I'm very passionate about young people knowing how to manage their money. And here's the first thing I want to tell you. And the first piece of advice: don't take financial advice from broke people. Like, what's their credit score? Are they in debt? That kind of thing. And one thing I want you to know about myself is I've got a credit card, I have a home, and guess how much debt I have in between paying off my credit card, of course, every couple of weeks. I've got this much debt. All right. So I hope that someday you can experience a similar level of financial freedom. So, what about the class? What's expected of you? Quite essentially, if you are a remote learner, then you're expected to be working independent and to keep up with the pace of the rest of the class and to ask for help if you need it. Now, what that means is if you need to come in and see me, if you want to set up a Zoom session, if you're stuck, if you're lost, you're not sure what's going on, it's on you to contact me to let me know where your struggles are at because I can't necessarily read your mind. All right. So, again, you're expected to be working independently and to reach out if you need support or help. And after a couple of weeks, if we find out this process really isn't working too well for you, then we will probably make a recommendation for you to rearrange your schedule so you can attend the in person class. All right. So, how will the class work? Well, one thing you need to know is since the pandemic hit in 2020, I've created a lot of YouTube content, a lot. All right. So, all the lectures, all the demos, all that stuff will be in Google Classroom. Now, one thing I'm a little bit different about with Google Classroom is if you complete an assignment and turn it in, but it's still lacking or incomplete or whatever, sometimes what I do is I submit video feedback or I make comments in Google Classroom. So if you get an assignment back from me in Google Classroom, pay special attention to the private comments attached to that assignment. Because if you just keep playing ping pong with the assignment with me, I'll keep saying, this is incomplete. Did you watch my video? You send it back in. This is incomplete. Did you watch my video? So make sure you read the comments or review the little screencastify videos that I may send you to explain. So, for example, you turn in your Cashflow Spreadsheet for budget challenge, and there's a few things wrong with it. I'll probably make a video because that's going to be a lot of feedback. I'll make a video and send it back to you. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of what's expected of you. And again, everything's going to be in Google Classroom. Now, there are some links to some external online resources. Budget Challenge is a biggie. More about that in a moment. Money Skill is an online unit that I use to kind of review and support things we cover in class. And I do a little bit in something called Virtual Business, where it's kind of like a sim game where you get dropped into a city. And in this case, we learn a few lessons about various topics, and then you're expected to reach a goal in virtual business. That probably won't be until a little ways down the road. Technology wise, what do you need to know? Well, you need to know how to log into Money Skill, and you'll find those links in the resources, and check out the resources in Google Classroom. First of all, make sure that, I should have said this, make sure you can access Google Classroom, that I have indeed included you with an invite. And if you're going, I don't see any invite, I don't know what's going on, then reach out to me, please. I want to make sure you have access to that. All right. Money Skill, you access that with your school, your 7-digit school ID for the username and password. So maybe after you watch this video and get this orientation, you go into Money Skill and make sure that works. Again, link for Money Skill will be in Google Classroom. Please, please, please be checking Skyward frequently. I get students come back and say, I'm waiting for Reardon to enter those last 4 assignments. Don't say that. Okay, because what I tell my class almost every day when I walk into class, I'll tell my students in person, hey, I updated grades this morning, and from where I sit, things are up to date. Now, for some reason, like 24, maybe in some special circumstances, 48 hours goes by and you don't see your assignment entered in there, we definitely have a problem. All right. Just be nice, let me know, and I'll get it fixed and communicate with you. Another thing I always tell my students is Google Classroom. Google Classroom, please turn off your notifications. Oh my goodness, because you get so many annoying emails all over the board. All right. Oh my gosh, so many coming through here and there and everywhere. All right. So make sure you turn off your notifications in Google Classroom. I'm kind of stalling here to figure out where to send you with that. But I'll just kind of pause here for a moment, keep going. Um, so check your school email frequently too. All right, because I send updates, particularly if you're like a distance learner, a remote learner. I'll send updates and say, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen that? Whatever. Okay. Now, what I meant by turn off your notifications was go to your 3 bars up here, your main menu, and go down to, now I got a bunch of jive here. Go down the very bottom down to settings. Okay. And you should see an option in here, and there's an awkward pause while I'm talking and Google Classroom is struggling. Make sure you turn off email notifications. That'll prevent you from getting the 500 emails you get every time a teacher changes an assignment. And that way, that when you do get an email from me, you'll know it's important. All right. So there you go. Your first assignment is go to Google Hangouts. Go to your Gmail. Make sure you can access your Gmail. Bottom left-hand corner, go to Google Hangouts and send me an invite. I think I can probably show you my email. That's down over here in the bottom left. Hangouts. You can also put an app on your phone for Hangouts as well. So go in here and hit plus and invite Scott Reardon, Mr. Reardon, as a Hangouts request. And that way, too, when you have questions or you need help or whatever, Hangouts is a great way to get a hold of me. It is awesome because it makes my computer beep and I see it right there. I'm like, oh, some students getting a hold of me. I should probably get back to them. Okay. So Hangouts is very important. All right. That's like your first assignment. Do it now. Turn off your notifications now. You might have heard from your friends something about budget challenge. Okay, it is 20% of your grade. It is a 10-week simulation. I'm going to have some orientation in the first couple weeks. We're kind of going to ease into it. There's something called vendor selections where you have to select the companies that you're buying stuff from, the different options and things like that. But for now, you can go in and register in Budget Challenge. Okay? Now, I should probably say in my instructions to please, whoopsie doopsie doo, please use your school email as requested. I need to know if you register, I need to know who you are. So if you're putting in a username in there, I need to match up the username with who you are. And it may be asking you for your school email. But budget challenge, you get a paycheck, you get bills, you have a credit card, your person buys stuff, and you have to manage their money over a 10-week period. And there's no breaks. Well, what about spring break? No, it just keeps going for 10 weeks. All right. And it will start February 10th. That's a Thursday. And it will go until April 21st. Now, this is kind of a trap for some students because they just go, oh, whatever. I'm just going to get to it somewhere. Or I can just do a reset like a video game. No, I don't do any resets. And in personal finance, with your own finances, you don't get to like hit the escape button. You got to deal with it. Okay. So understand that once it starts, it's going. And so don't get 2 weeks down the road and go, well, I didn't know. I'm telling you right now, you need to know. Okay. So go in with the link here. And again, you'll see it on the resources in Google Classroom. Go into the link and register for Budget Challenge right off the bat. I want to see here early on in the first week that all of you have registered, at least created an account for Budget Challenge. Now, you can't quite do your vendor selections next, which is the step to follow. For now, you can at least register and get an account set up. You can also install the app on your smartphone, which allows you to check your bank balance and your credit card and stuff like that. All right. Plus, and I didn't say this in my comments here, I will put a little link out in the stream in Google Classroom, which is a little brief video I made as to the 4 things you need to check whenever you log into Budget Challenge. Okay? All right. So that's Budget Challenge. Again, there are no resets. Pay attention from the very beginning. Please do. And don't go 2 weeks and, oh, I forgot to log in. You guys, a lot of you have smartphones. Put reminders on your smartphones. Hey, every 2 days, I need to check Budget Challenge. Make it a priority. Okay? Don't get caught. All right. And I mentioned these dates about vendor selection must be completed. And then there's going to be an assignment called the Cashflow Spreadsheet, where you map out your income and your payments and all that good stuff. And that is an assignment from the beginning, but you're going to use that as a tool. It's going to be kind of your nerve center from the very beginning. All right, Cashflow Spreadsheet. It is a Google Sheet, and pause here. You need on your smartphone, if you have access to that, you can do it on a computer too, but it'd be nice to install Google Sheets on your smartphone as well. So the Budget Challenge app and Google Sheets would be very helpful. That Cashflow Spreadsheet, if you utilize it and keep it up to date, it will be a big part of your success in this simulation. If you just ignore it and let your finances turn to spaghetti, probably won't go well for you. All right. Now, another little bugaboo, a little trap that I have with remote learners is we get to the first test, and I seem to lose 2 or 3 people when we get to the first test. Well, I didn't know we had a test. I didn't know, I mean, what, really? Right? Okay, so here's how tests work. The week that we test in class, I will go into Skyward and send a broadcast email to all of the parents and guardians. Notice I didn't say students. And in that, I will attach a PDF copy of that exam, Adobe PDF copy of that exam sent to your parent or guardian. Well, why didn't I send it to you? Because I have to have some sort of integrity in the testing process. Okay? So I'm going to send it to your parent or guardian. It's their job to proctor or watch you take the test. So they will then pass the PDF document on to you when it's time to test. They will watch you test. You will type your answers in to a Google Sheet, an Excel-like sheet. It'll be in Google Classroom. It'll be an answer sheet. I'm not sending you the PDF file. And if that's a problem, that whole remote testing process, if that's a problem, then we need to make arrangements for you to come in here to school and take the test in the classroom with me. All right. So figure out early on if that's going to be an issue. Okay. Next, what does the symbols CIHS and the course name mean? That means college and the high school. So we're piloting that this semester coming up. You could be the first ones, and you can earn 5 college credits. The class is called FIN 174 Personal Finance, Central Washington University, which could transfer to another 2 or 4 year school. And you get an 80% discount for being in college or the high school. So you can earn 5 college credits for this class for $275. Now, we're also working with a grant program. We're kind of trying to figure this out. We may be able to offer some tuition assistance for that. All right. But we'll get some more information here shortly. So that's an opportunity, particularly those that are thinking you're college bound. That'd be a great way to get some college credits and to get yourself kind of farther in line next year. If you're a senior right now, your freshman year, if you have more college credits, it gives you more priority when you first register your freshman year at whatever school you're going to. All right. I've got the registration dates there They open soon. And then we're still trying to flesh out the prerequisites. And I just misspelled that. There's a typo right there. How about prerequisites? There you go, Reardon. Prerequisites. Okay. All right. SAT score 500, ACT 19, or if none of those work for you, we are hoping to soon offer a separate, what's called an AccuPlacer math test that you would take on your own time, probably here at school or possibly remotely, to be eligible to sign up for this course at CWU. And again, you're responsible for the registration process, and I'll be sending more information out about that shortly. So, any last things? Yes. If you don't know, please ask. Please reach out. I try to go overboard in connecting and communicating with students, but you need to let me know if you have an issue, a problem, you don't get something, whatever. I love it when students send me, I don't know, Mr. Reardon, I don't, well, how's this work? Blah, blah, blah. I love it when they do that. Okay. So please reach out to me. Okay. So I wish you success in this process. And again, a reminder, this course is a graduation requirement. You must pass it in order to graduate. Okay? So from the very beginning, next Monday, January 24th, let's go. All right? Have a great day and a great weekend coming up. It's Friday. All right? Take care. Bye.